Hi, we all know BMW cars are very exciting, but today I'm not going to talk about the BMW car, but the BMW car key. Yes, this is a display key and it's got a screen in front. Let's have a closer look and see what are the various functions in this key. And when you get a key like this, better not lose it. It's going to be very expensive to replace it, if at all it can be replaced. So watch this video very carefully, and if you like this video, do not forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the Motown India channel, do so now. First and foremost, please don't lose the display key that comes with your expensive BMW 530i M Sport, or else you may have to shell out around rupees 40,000 to rupees 45,000 for a new key. It will have to come all the way from Germany probably and may not be easy to come. Like all conventional keys, the BMW display key locks and unlocks the car with the press of the lock and unlock button respectively on the key. Now let's check out the other functions. On the slim side of the key, you have a slot on the top half. Once you open the tiny cover, you get to see a charging port. The key can be charged through this port with the help of a cable, or it can be put on the wireless charging pad on the dash near the center console while you drive, and it will automatically get charged. Below that charging port is a tiny button which, once pressed, will activate the display key. The display screen comes alive. Before we explain you the details and functions on the screen, let me take you back to some more functions on the display key. On the broad face of the key, on its left is the boot opening button. You press that with your finger and the boot lid of the car opens. On the top there are two buttons for unlocking and locking the car. A long press on the unlock button will roll down the windows and slide open the sunroof. A long press of the lock button will do the reverse. The diamond or rhombus shaped figure on the right of the key is mainly for the welcome lights that can be configured from the iDrive. Before we come to the right slim side of the key, let me explain the display functions. The moment you press the bottom button on the left slim side of the key, the display screen comes alive. The time is displayed on the top with the battery charge level. The letters BMW are displayed prominently with a message and arrow which says slide up to unlock display. Once you do that, it displays some security information. Now this information is basically to tell you whether the car is secured or not. Of course, there is a distance that needs to be maintained between the car and the key for it to function. If you are too far away from the car, the key may not respond. The touch functions now come into play. With your fingertip, you gently touch secured, and then you get the information that the vehicle, its doors and boot are closed. You can touch the back or return sign on the bottom of the screen and then touch on the second word closed. Once you touch that, it lets you know whether your windows and sunroof are closed or open. Touch return sign again. Now you're back to the screen which shows secured and closed. Now you need to slide your finger to the next function as if you're flipping to the next page. Now two different functions pop up under vehicle information. It says OK and off. Once you touch OK, you get to see signs of engine oil, brake fluid, vehicle check. If all of them are in green, it means all of them are in perfect condition. These signs are also found on the instrument cluster, and if one of them malfunctions, the respective sign has a constant glow on the panel. You touch the back button and now touch on the off sign. On the screen you get to see a lights off information with side, parking left and parking right on the off position. This again implies that your vehicle is secure and all lights are off. touch the back button once again and then immediately slide your finger to one side and you get to see the range information on the screen. On the screen before you, you can see 699 kilometers, which means that the petrol inside the 530i M Sport can take you another 699 kilometers. That is, if you drive in a civilized manner. If you slide the screen once more from right to left, you get to see a preconditioning setting with the words like set time, next departure, etc. Preconditioning time is meant to set the heating in the car. It's unfortunately not for air conditioning. Since the function is meant for heating and is ideally meant for cold European climes, this function has been disabled in India. That takes us back to the narrow parking feature. There are times when you want to park the car in a narrow place and you are uncomfortable doing that. Then you can simply step out of the car and use this remote function. You can start the engine using the screen button. Once the engine is started, you have to move closer to the car, and with the help of the P button on the right slim side of the key, you can move the car forward or backward. But since this has to be done carefully, you have to simultaneously touch the up and down key signs on the display screen. Thus, this operation is carried out using two hands. Also, keep in mind, though this remote function is something similar to a remote controlled toy car, don't think you can take the car into a wall or reverse it into a stationary object, because the car has enough sensors to prevent that. The car will automatically stop and not proceed despite you trying your best to push it into a wall either in front or rear. This shows the high level of safety that has gone into the making of the key and creating its functions. The key also has another function. We all know that cars that come with remote keys are started with the press of a button on the dashboard or the center console, as the case may be. But if the remote key is not inside the car, then the car refuses to start. Here too, it is similar. But when the key battery is low for some odd reason, then you can place it by the side of the steering wheel and then press the start button. The car engine is likely to respond to the key and start the engine. You can then place the key in the wireless charging tray for charging. Now that we know how versatile this key is, please keep this safe and ensure that you use its functions the way it is meant to be used. If you like this video, do not forget to give us a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to the Motown India channel, do so now. Drive safe and stay safe.